Caitlin Clark offered $5 million? Sheesh, let's talk about it. Welcome to the Mac Sports Attack. I'm the Mac himself, Marvin Allen Cox, and Caitlin Clark just got offered a bag. Probably one of the biggest bags for a future incumbent WNBA athlete. She got offered $5 million by whom? Everybody's wondering. By the Big Three brand. Ice Cube's Big Three, which is usually seen as a retirement league, a league where players of the past, superstar players of the past, can continue to pay. Smaller courts, just a 3-on-3, more excitement. Bringing something to us fans who never got to see our star players when they played in the NBA. Maybe the tickets were too expensive, but now you can see them a little past their prime, but still see them, appreciate them, in a more intimate setting. Well, I didn't know the league was making bread like that. I'm not going to lie to you. I've probably watched the Big Three once, and it was cool seeing Nate Robinson go out there and dunking on people again. But they offered Caitlin Clark $5 million to play in their league. So let's break it down, all right? Ice Cube offered her $5 million. So if she is drafted number 1 overall, which we all know she's going to be, she'll be going to Indiana. Now, she'll be with a good team because Aaliyah Boston is already there, and she was their top pick, I think, last year. If not 2 years ago, last year. I'm going to go with last year. I'll double check the facts. She'll be due to make $76,000 a year if she does join the WNBA as the number 1 pick. The highest paid WNBA athlete is getting about $240,000. I have the exact amount here, but I'm sure it'll increase a little year by year. So let's just increase it, round it up. $240,000. $100,000 a year. So that's about $250,000. So when you get offered 10 times that, it got to bring attention. So Ice Cube was interviewed here by TMZ. He said he intended to keep this offer private with Caitlin Clark as she pays, for the championship. She's still obviously in college. She's still fighting in the March Madness. The Sweet 16 is this weekend, so tune in. But he's like, yes, we know, we're not going to deny. We have made a historic offer to Caitlin Clark, and why wouldn't we? Caitlin Clark is a generational athlete who can achieve tremendous success in the Big Three. Now, I think this is amazing opportunity because it would open up a portal where women's sports has women basketball athletes have multiple opportunities to play in multiple different leagues. So, the WNBA really, at least in the stateside, the only place where you can play professionally and make real money in the United States of America. And there's been a lot of controversy as, in the off season, the top players go overseas because that's where they can get even more money. And we all know that there's problems with that, as we've seen what happened with Brittany Griner playing in Russia. There's been documentaries on how, it's cold and it's tough and you're away from your family, but you got to do what you got to do to capitalize on your abilities while you can. So we got, big news here. Ice Cube also goes on to say the skeptics laugh when we made Nancy Lieberman the first female coach in our league, and she won the championship in her first year. Lisa Leslie was also hired to be a coach, and she won it in her second year. So, we're breaking many barriers with women athletes. So this is actually an amazing and smart marketing move on Ice Cube part because, one, it's just great it don't matter if you're male, female, black, white, purple, green, alien, or human. If you have talent, it should be recognized. And he is saying that he's one of the first to bring women talent in the forefront and pay them for their fairly for their tributes as well. So not only with this big time news, obviously is going to be posted on every sports website, is going to be posted on every sports media channel. They're probably talking about it on ESPN, on Fox Sports, everywhere. So it's bringing awareness to the Big Three, even without him signing Caitlin Clark. it's also genius as if he does end up getting Caitlin Clark to play, he's going to bring in a lot more eyes and attention just from women athletes alone. Because if he's really doing this for the just cause of, hey, I want to increase the opportunities in America for women athletes to play, obviously women all over the country is going to support it and bring eyes and attention to it. And I think this is just a great opportunity. It's a great idea. And he knows the big marketing. We see what happening with NIL, the big marketing, aspect of it, bringing Caitlin Clark to your league. Shit, I'm not going to lie. I will watch. I've watched a lot of Caitlin Clark games this year. Her last season, I'm not going to lie and say I watched the WNBA. So I was like, damn, I got to catch her while she's still in college and see her at her best. I'm sad I didn't find a way to go see her play in Iowa. But this would be dope because I know just me alone will go and watch the Big Three and see her play. I'm sure her first game will be super hyped, and it'll bring a lot of eyes and attention and money to the Big Three. So this is a great marketing tactic, and why not be a great idea for women athletes as well? He also goes on to say there should be more than just one professional option in the U.S. at a time in American pro sports leagues are being infiltrated. So I don't want to get into all of this with Qatar and whatnot, but he basically saying what I just said. He wants to create another opportunity for women athletes to have in America, and why not play for his league in doing so? So shout out to the Big Three. Shout out to Ice Cube. Shout out to Caitlin Clark, who might be collecting a big old bag, because I'm sure she's making a lot more in NIL money right now if she stayed in college. I don't know if you know, but she does have eligibility to play a fifth year because of COVID and whatnot. So I think it would have been weird if she did so, especially after breaking all these records. Then you put an asterisk on it. Oh, she played 5 years. So to avoid all that hoopla and drama, she's doing the right thing, going to the next step. So I think she would probably been taking a substantial pay cut in doing so. But you got to follow the love of the game. Not for you, for what she says. She wants to promote it for the next generation. This will help push the WNBA, bringing that star power to the WNBA. Angel Reese is going in there soon too. All this generation right now who's created a lot of attention and NIL money can only help the WNBA. But imagine you're also able to make a big bag and bring even more attention by going to the Big Three. Now, the big controversy is the conflict. Everybody's saying, dang, is she going to choose Big Three over WNBA? From my understanding is that this is in the off season. So there isn't even no clash of interest. There shouldn't be no drama with that. So if she can play in the WNBA, focus, bring attention to the league, and still play the game she loves, and then in the off season, go get a bag and play in the Big Three for $5 million. Shout out to you, Caitlin Clark. And it may help open up opportunities for other players. Diana Taurasi is about to retire. Sue Bird just retired. These are big names that we actually know in the WNBA. Maybe with Caitlin Clark going, they could make an all-women's team. And it could be like woman superstar team versus the rest of the Big Three. And, everybody cheer them on and see how they bust their ass, or, mix them up where, you have one superstar woman per team. And it just could bring a lot more attention, a lot more excitement, and a lot more money to women's basketball. So this is a great idea to me. It's a great story. It's a fun story. It's a positive story. Please don't make it negative. Caitlin Clark offered $5 million to play in the Big Three. I'm with it. So should you. Let me know what you think about this topic in the comments. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm your boy, Marvin Allen Cox, also known as the Max Sports Attack, and I'm out.